She slammed the door behind her, storming down the grand hallway of the mansion, her heels clicking like thunder. "Mother, this is ridiculous. You can't just buy a husband for me." The daughter spat, her voice trembling with both anger and embarrassment. The mother, perched in her velvet armchair, didn't flinch. Her eyes were cold, calculating, unwavering. "I can and I will. You need discipline, and if money can buy it, so be it. Tomorrow he will marry you. That man will obey you, and that household will respect you, finally." The daughter's hands shook as she tried to protest, but the mother's glare silenced her. "No arguments," she said sharply. "It's done." The next morning the man arrived. He was nothing like the daughter's previous suitors, humble, quiet, composed. He wore simple clothes, a neat shirt, trousers, polished shoes. He bowed politely, his voice soft yet firm. "Good morning, ma'am." "Good morning, miss," he greeted, as though nothing unusual was happening. The daughter stared at him, disbelief in her eyes. This is him? You actually hired this man to marry me?" she whispered, disbelief dripping from her tone. The husband smiled faintly, an almost unreadable expression. "I am here as instructed," he replied, voice steady. At the wedding, which was more a formality than a celebration, the mother beamed with pride. The daughter, however, wore a mask of irritation, glancing at the husband as though measuring his every move. He remained calm, polite, seemingly submissive to every command. Yet, there was something in the way he observed the household, the way he noted conversations, the way he noticed the small details everyone else overlooked. The mother thought she had succeeded in controlling him. She had no idea he had his own plans. Days passed, and life in the mansion grew tense. The daughter tested him constantly, mocking him, ordering him to perform tasks that were beneath him. "Make sure my shoes are polished every morning," she demanded one day, her voice sharp with entitlement. He bowed, a faint smile playing on his lips. "Of course, miss," he said. Every time he completed a task, he did so perfectly, yet quietly, without complaint. The daughter began to notice he never lost his composure. He never argued, never retaliated. For the first time in her life she felt frustrated, not because he failed but because he couldn't be broken. But slowly subtle shifts began. He noticed the small injustices in the household, the things that the mother overlooked in her pursuit of control. He corrected mistakes discreetly, saved a servant from punishment over a minor error, and prevented small disasters in the family business. The daughter began to watch him differently. There were moments she caught him staring out the window, thoughtful, almost distant. He wasn't just a man obeying orders, he was calculating, intelligent, and patient. She didn't understand why, but a part of her respected him. Then strange events began. Business deals failed for reasons no one could understand. Documents went missing. Old acquaintances and enemies suddenly resurfaced with threats that had long been forgotten. The mother blamed luck, fate, enemies, everything but the quiet man she thought she controlled. The daughter, however, noticed him always being present when things went wrong, calm, composed, almost too calm. One evening she found him standing by the ledger, reading quietly, and when she asked, "What are you doing?" he looked up, voice soft but firm. "Preparing for what might come," he said. His words unsettled her. There was something more beneath the calm exterior, something she couldn't yet name. Days turned into weeks, and the daughter began to see glimpses of the man beyond his quiet obedience. She caught him comforting a servant whose child was sick, saw the way he treated animals with kindness, the way he never raised his voice, the patience in his eyes. It irritated her, confused her, and drew her in all at once. She began questioning herself. Why do I feel uneasy around him? Why do I feel drawn to him? The tension came to a head one evening when she accidentally overheard a phone conversation he thought she wasn't listening to. Her heart raced as she heard him speak. "Yes, everything is in place. She doesn't know yet. She never will." Until the time is right. Shock ran through her. Wait, what is he talking about? She whispered, pressing herself against the wall. Her mind raced, trying to piece together the fragments she had seen. His intelligence, his patience, the way he was always present when things went wrong. The next day she confronted him. I heard you talking on the phone yesterday. Tell me the truth. Who are you really? Her voice trembled between fear and fury. He looked at her, his eyes calm, almost tender. I am exactly who I appeared to be, he said softly. A husband to you. But I also came for something else. Your mother ruined my family. My father lost everything because of her. I was supposed to take revenge, to infiltrate, to observe, to gather what was owed. His voice was steady, but there was a flicker of something else, something she couldn't place. Anger flared. You came to destroy my family? All this time you've been lying to me. Her voice shook, tears threatening to fall. But the husband didn't retreat. Instead, he stepped closer gently. I did not expect to feel anything like this, he said quietly. I did not expect to care about you. You are not your mother. You are different. The daughter froze, confusion flooding her senses. Anger, betrayal, and something unfamiliar, something like attraction, raced through her. In the days that followed, the mother's schemes began to unravel. Documents were revealed, financial missteps were exposed, old enemies returned with proof of past wrongs. The daughter watched her mother panic, realizing for the first time that wealth and power were fragile. She also watched the man she was supposed to hate, the man who was supposed to be her enemy, act with restraint, intelligence, and even kindness. He never pushed revenge in front of her. He let justice unfold quietly, choosing his battles carefully. One night, unable to contain her turmoil, the daughter approached him in the garden. Why aren't you angry? She demanded, her voice breaking. You had every reason to destroy us. Why haven't you? He looked at her, moonlight catching the soft features of his face. Because I didn't want to hurt you, he whispered. I came for revenge, but I fell in love instead. You are not my enemy. Her emotions surged, confusion, relief, guilt, something tender. But everything, my mother, this house, she said, voice trembling. You came for all of it. He shook his head gently. Some things belong to the past. Some things cannot be bought or destroyed by revenge. Love, honesty, truth, they are not yours to take. I realized I couldn't destroy you, only guide the truth to its place. The mother faced the consequences she had long ignored. Lawsuits, financial collapse, reputational ruin. Everything she had built on arrogance and manipulation crumbled. She confronted them both in a rage one morning. How dare you, both of you? He was supposed to obey, and you? She screamed at her daughter, disbelief in her eyes. But the daughter, standing taller than ever, finally found her voice. No, mother. He was never yours to control. And neither am I. The husband remained calm, watching the chaos unfold, his expression unreadable. Later, as the mother was escorted from the property by the authorities, the husband quietly approached the daughter. It's over, he said softly. You are free to rebuild. You are free to live your own life. For the first time, she saw him not as an instrument of revenge, but as someone who had changed her life forever. She took a deep breath, letting the weight of everything sink in. I don't even know what to say, she whispered. Thank you, I suppose. He smiled faintly, the tension easing from his shoulders. No thanks needed, he replied. Only remember, some things, no matter how tempting, cannot be bought or manipulated. People love truth, they are never for sale. In the weeks that followed, the daughter began rebuilding her life. She cut ties with her mother's manipulations and started focusing on her own growth. She learned humility, patience, and the meaning of true respect. The husband remained a quiet presence, sometimes visiting, sometimes distant, always keeping his distance just enough to let her find herself. She realized the love she felt for him was real, born not from wealth, obligation, or power, but from respect, trust, and understanding. And one evening, as she watched him leave after a visit, she whispered to herself, "I never thought revenge could turn into love, but here we are." The husband looked back once, eyes soft, and nodded ever so slightly before disappearing into the distance, leaving her with a lesson she would carry forever. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more captivating tales. Share your thoughts below. What would you have done if you were in her shoes? Remember, the next story could be even bigger. So hit that subscribe button and never miss a twist.